Yo. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. It's your boy J $. If you're a new person watching the videos, please like the videos, comment, and share. And also the subscribe button. Please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. With that being said, y'all, we got Bronny James. He is the son of LeBron James and Savannah James. Bronny James was born October 6, 2004 in Cleveland, Ohio, if you know. He is currently 20 years old and listed as 6'3" and 220 pounds. Bronny James spent his early years at Sierra Canyon School from the year of 2019 until 2023. Bronny James is currently a professional NBA player and currently plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. Whether or not you happy or hate it, but Bronny James plays for the Lakers. When it comes to Bronny James, pressure is the only word that I can use to describe this kid. Literally, him being LeBron James' son, so you can't even imagine how much pressure he has on his shoulders, y'all. To be honest, I sometimes feel really bad for Bronny because he's just a kid who is thrown and riding all that pressure. I can't even imagine, like I said, how he feels and what's going through his brain when he's hearing all those negative comments and all those feedbacks just because he is the son of LeBron James, because there's not one other kid in the industry dealing with what Bronny James is dealing with. If you didn't know, he became the first ever father and son duo in the NBA last season. The craziest part about it is the fact that we almost didn't get the chance to witness the duo. A few years ago, after COVID-19, which was July 24, 2023, it came out that he had a heart attack, y'all. Can you believe that? How is such a young kid had a heart attack? Would you blame that on COVID? Because I feel like during COVID, all the vaccine they were making people taking, it caused like a lot of medical problems that we had no idea on. And the craziest thing is, I remember Kyrie Irving was the only player who refused to take the COVID vaccine, and people canceled Kyrie Irving. They said he was selfish, he was this, he was that, it was an ego, he was living his own world. But looking at it, why is he being forced to take a vaccine? I personally didn't want to take the vaccine, but I'm a 9-to-5 guy, and then I couldn't afford to get fired and not get a job and not being able to pay my bills. So I was forced to take the COVID vaccine, to be honest. I didn't really have a choice because I can't go homeless and jobless just because of a vaccine I didn't take, because that's why I couldn't sacrifice that part. That's why I couldn't do what Kyrie did. But on Kyrie's end, he can afford to live without taking the vaccine because of course he's making $1 million. So it was kind of easier for him to do. But the thing is, if everyone follow what Kyrie Irving did, the big players, the big names, that would have helped us who didn't want to take the vaccine, if that makes sense to y'all. But with that being said, I'm not gonna go all the way deep into the COVID vaccine, but seeing Bronny James having a heart attack after the COVID is pretty concerning, if you ask me. The craziest part of that is, it is wild to even think when you think about it, because this kid was in great shape, very young. What happened to him for him to keep fighting through and still being able to compete at such a high level after having a serious medical issues? So you gotta respect that. So Bronny James having that heart attack, and then he kept fighting through. Of course his health wasn't there no more, but for him to continue to make it to the NBA after a heart attack at that early age, you have to respect that. I don't care what anybody says. When you think about the Bronny James story, it is a very crazy story, and that kid deserves more flowers. I'm not giving him flowers because he is LeBron James' son, but at the same time, I can't just sit in here bashing the kid just because he's LeBron James' son. At the end of the day, LeBron James is a great ball player. Why his son has to pay the price just because he's LeBron James? Come on. Although some people hate the kid, of course, because of his dad, like I said, but that's an excuse for his success. Come on. That's straight up hater mindset. Hating the kid because of LeBron James. To me, I think Bronny James is actually a really solid basketball player, and he has a lot of potential in this NBA. So if he just go out there, to me, play the game the way he was taught, and of course play it with pure passion. The only thing I want him to do, honestly, just to be a little bit more aggressive than usual, honestly, because Bronny James, when you watch his game, he let the game come to him, but sometimes like you need to be a little much more aggressive because you haven't really done much in this league yet. You gotta get some buckets. I see him like he's like a player that like he's doing anything to win, but the scoring, and when it comes to scoring, he needs to be much more aggressive. That's one only thing advice I could give him. But he's a great passer. He's a great defender because he gets a lot of steals. I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard to get by Bronny James. If you watch those point guard going at Bronny James, none of them can embarrass Bronny James like that. Bronny James make them earn their little buckets that they get on it. I seen even Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was doing a bunch of dribbles. Bronny James was right there with him. But people gonna ignore that just the fact that he only averaged 2.3 points a game, 0.7 rebound, and 0.2 assists on the 31.3 shooting. That's gonna change, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's playing for his dad right now, especially the Lakers, that franchise, all the eyes on you, so the pressure is really crazy. But watch, I promise you, once LeBron James take a seat and like he's not in the league no more, you're gonna start seeing who Bronny James really is, because he's gonna feel more freely to play his game. And you're gonna see, I guarantee you, Bronny James gonna be averaging good 17, 20 points a game, like even more. But of course, since he's an all-around player, that's pretty solid for an all-around player. He might get you like 5 assists, 3-4 rebounds, and of course, shooting much higher percentage, maybe in the 47 percentage. I'm not gonna sit in here talking about Bronny James all day. I just want to send Bronny James some flowers, because having a heart attack at that specific age, being LeBron James' son, that's a lot of pressure to come with. Being well, right now, Bronny, all I want from you, bro, is to twirl at LeBron James and alley-oop before his career ends. That's all we need from you right now, bro, because your stories is a success no matter what anyone says to me, bro. But with that being said, it's your boy J $. Please do me another solid favor. As I mentioned in the intro, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification button. And with the comments, I want to hear your perspective on Bronny James, how you really feel about Bronny James. But Bronny James, to me, is a well-respected NBA player. He's not just there because of his dad. He actually put in that work. Like I said, that heart attack he had, a lot of y'all would have quit playing sports, and this kid is still following his dreams with that heart attack, and he's proven he belongs there. With that being said, I saw a little preseason game that came in last time. Bronny James was looking great, y'all. He dropped 10 points in no time whatsoever. But with that being said, I'm out, y'all.